What's up everyone, this is Billy with a quick update on what Jake and I have been working on. So this summer Jake and I are going to be riding our dirt bikes across the country. We're going to start on the east coast of the US and we're going to ride to the west coast, and we'll be doing it mainly on dirt roads. So the trail that we'll be following for this trip is called the Trans-America Trail. So the Trans-America Trail is a loose network of roads and trails that goes from the east coast of North Carolina all the way through to the west coast in Oregon. The trail is mostly made up of dirt roads and trails and some pavement, but it's been put together to mainly be dirt roads. So there are a couple of different versions of the trail. One was created by a guy named Sam and the other by a guy named Kevin. We won't get into the details of that. You can look online. There's lots and lots of talk about Sam's trails versus Kevin's trails. You can spend all day, if you Google that, seeing the differences. But we have the GPX files for both trails, and we're going to kind of do a mix of the two. We'll be starting in West Virginia, where we live. The trail comes right by our house here in Sutton, West Virginia. And we'll start here, and we're going to take Sam's map all the way to the Atlantic coast. And then when we get there, we're going to take Kevin's trail back to Virginia, North Carolina area, and then head across the country where the two trails kind of combine. We're planning on doing this the month of July, probably somewhere around July 1st, and we're planning on it taking about 30 days. Our plan to get back home will be to fly and ship our bikes back. We still have to figure out how we're going to ship them back, but I've read that there's several carriers out there who will do that, so we need to get that lined up soon so that when we get there, we'll have a way to get the bikes home and then we'll just fly home. So as we began our preparations for the trip back in October, the first thing we decided on was the motorcycle. We chose the Honda CRF450, and I picked up a 2021 450RL, and Jake picked up a 2019 450L. So we've got the bikes almost ready to go. We've done a lot of modifications so far. We'll put a link up to our modification video that summarizes all of the mods and details all the different things we've done to the bike. We still have a few things to do. We need to change this gas tank out because it's just too small. The stock tank is only 2-gallon tank, and we're going to change it out with a IMS 3-gallon tank to get us a little more fuel storage. We still need to finalize our luggage solution. We waited a little bit too late to get our luggage, and now with the pandemic and everything, it's hard to get anything right now. So we've ordered some Tusk Highland luggage. It's a soft luggage, and it'll go on the back of the bike. It's one order has already been canceled, and the other one's been delayed, so we're not sure how that's going to work out. We still need to finalize that solution, so we're still working on that. So Jake's over here in a heated battle with the factory number plate. He's removing the number plate that comes on it, and we're going to put these commemorative numbers on our bikes. And this commemorates what, Jake?
Ordered these right before our first GNCC race. Order got delayed, of course, so they showed up about 3 weeks after the race was over. So now, in honor of completing a GNCC race on our dual sport bikes, we're just going to run them.
We're going to put the numbers on, and that's what they're going to be. He's 520 and I was 521. And we'll put a link up in the video to our GNCC race that we did on these two bikes. We thought it would be fun to try. We figured out it was fun, but these bikes were a little bit too heavy for us on the GNCC circuit. Yeah, so after racing one GNCC race on these, we decided to go out and get a couple of KTM 250s for that kind of riding. We're still keeping these for the dual sport riding, but we've got the KTM 250s for riding in the deep woods and in the trails.
And to highlight the capability of the CRF450L in like the GNCC woods riding enduro type situation, overall they're very capable. Like, the only shortcoming that we had during the race was our own ability for sure. But because of that, because we're not really that great riders, it's pretty important for us to have a bike that's as light as possible and with super low gearing. Because with the Honda, you know, like what's it idle at, like 8, 9, 10 miles an hour. So when you're trying to go really slow and tiptoe through a section, it just wears you out super quickly because you just have to work the clutch so much. So we ended up moving to different bikes for that specifically. But yeah, the Honda is actually still quite capable in single track, very tight, narrow, tough wood sections.
So we've got about a month and a half left before we take off, and like I said, we're going to get the bikes ready, we're going to get our luggage set up, get our camping gear finished, and we're going to do some test rides around here in central West Virginia. Try to do a couple overnight trips, test out all our gear, see what we might be forgetting, and see if what we've got planned works out okay. So we'll try to document those trips also on the channel. So be sure to follow along as we continue our preparations for the TAT, and join us on July 1st as we take off on our adventure.